Hello, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, bringing you organized chaos. Now, let's take a moment to look back. Yeah, it's been a full year since I started this channel, and look where we are now. I got a new body, I got a new background, I even got new updates of my friends. Kind of, my friends. Okay, they're just co-workers, but you know how you kind of consider your co-workers family or friends, even though that they really aren't. And you never call them, and they never hang out, and they never want to go for pizza, and... Sorry for that technical difficulties. Any rate, if for anyone who's been watching my show for a while now, you'll know that I review the whole broad spectrum of a show, and not just episode by episode. But I do give that courtesy to a couple shows. My Little Pony, obviously. Justice League Animated, just because it was Justice League Animated. The Muppets, for obvious reasons, and the fourth being Transformers Prime, clearly being the best Transformers series that has ever come out ever. And if the Transformers movies, indicated by The Last Knight, are going where I think they're going, they might want to take a few pages out of Transformers Prime if they really want the movie to be an actual success. So, without further ado, this is Transformers Prime. One shall fall. The episode begins with the Autobots monologuing about an unknown prophecy that we never actually heard of until now, saying the doom of an entire planet. The weak shall perish, and the strong will turn evil. And I have to admit, I don't like prophecy-style setups. No, it's just double-edged sword. Like, it's very easy to get the whole idea across of what might happen through very vague and ambiguous dialogue, but at the same time, if the prophecy isn't built up and just kind of thrown in like this was, it kind of takes away from the whole experience that we're just supposed to accept. Like, we're just supposed to accept that this prophecy is a thing in this universe. And there was no real indication. I'm sorry I'm not really doing too much in the joke department for this cutaway, but that's just the problem with prophecies. Meanwhile, Megatron is losing his mind over the idea of the prophecy, saying that he doesn't have enough Dark Energon anymore to rule undead armies and conquer the world. And Knockout gives probably the most politically correct speech to Megatron to comfort him, and Megatron gives him the greatest face ever put on Megatron. Seriously, just look at that face. That face just screams, really? Just really? You're giving me an answer without actually giving me an answer. Come on, man. Seriously? But Megatron leans heavy-handed over the fact that he can see the future and that he must ensure the outcome because he is the rising evil darkness of which the prophecy speaks. So the Autobots are then informed by Agent Fowler that the Decepticons have been hitting up a bunch of different places and stealing human equipment. And when given the list of items, it's pretty clear that the Decepticons plan on recreating a space bridge. The last one turned out so well. Well, Black Arachnid makes it perfectly clear that the last thing they need is a power source in order to power the space bridge. She found one strong enough, but Megatron is completely lost it at this point, saying that screw vehicular mode, we are storming that base. And honestly, this is a welcome change. One thing I never really understood about any of the Megatrons from Transformers lore is why the Decepticons are so secretive about their robotic ancestry. How come they have to hide out in vehicle form? Wouldn't it make more sense to just storm anywhere you desire? Just, walk around, throw that giant warship, blasting everything in your wake? I mean, it's not like the Autobots can really stop you. Seriously, you have an army, you have all the Energon, you could have been running this planet by now, but instead you're doing the whole secretive route. That's just unproductive. Well, Megatron decides to go first-hand to get the power source himself. But not before he makes a quick milk run in order to shoot a bee. And unlike other times where he shot at bee, this time he had a special guest star. I wouldn't worry about it. The blast didn't even chip the paint.
It would seem I've swatted a bee and squashed a bug.
Okay, that just shows he might be unconscious. He could have just hit his head. Well, son of a bitch, they showed a body. I know there have been a bunch of Megatrons in the past that have harmed humans, but I think this is the first time that a Megatron has ever come this close to killing a human. And just look at that face. Like, this is the most expressionate facial Megatron I've ever seen. Yeah, that is the face of, yeah, bitch, that was me. See that? I did that. So as Bumblebee and RC take Raphael to Ratchet in order to try to fix him, Optimus and Bulkhead make their way to the Decepticon warship in order to try to steal back that power source. They manage to get it pretty easily, but as Bulkhead's about to return to base, from a heavily shielded warship where the Autobots shouldn't have been able to track their position in the first place... Oh, sorry, nitpick. That was just a nitpick. Well, Optimus has finally snapped and said he's had it up to here with Megatron's antics. And so he does the one logical thing that goes against everything Optimus has ever said or done up to this point.
If there can be no diplomatic solution to this perpetual conflict, Megatron must be destroyed.
Optimus? That is uncharismatically dark for you. I mean, you don't want to go Michael Bay on us, do you? You do not want to go Michael Bay Optimus Prime. Well, during all this, Megatron keeps having visions on where he is to harvest Dark Energon from. So he flies to a volcano that he keeps seeing in his visions, only to have Optimus contact him on his warship, calling him out, saying, "I'm here, we're doing this." And Megatron gives possibly the most cocky speech ever to his troops.
Hear this. Any Decepticon who lays a hand on Optimus Prime will answer to me. Soundwave, lock onto my coordinates and leave my opponent to his destiny.
Also, Soundwave, delete my browser history should I not return. I'm going by the honor system that you will do it. Oaths of the Decepticons are sworn by pinky swears. And so we finally meet. Megatron and Optimus, one-on-one, right before an active volcano eruption, mano a mano, tooth to nail, fist to blaster. They are gonna go at it. And possibly one of the most climactic fights of Season 1. But unfortunately it keeps cutting away to Raph and Ratchet trying to figure out how to heal him and what the best course of treatment should be. Ratchet is of course freaking out because he knows absolutely nothing about the human body. But thankfully Jack's mom is a nurse. So that automatically makes her qualified to heal Raph. Okay, nurses would know something about the human body. But even the best doctor in the world wouldn't be able to comprehend what's afflicting him. So we cut back and forth from Ratchet trying to heal Raph, and successfully by pumping in a fresh dose of light energon to him, to Optimus Prime kicking Megatron's ass. And I do mean kicking his ass. And probably one of the most creative uses of a tire spin ever. So, it looks like Optimus has won. Evil's been vanquished. Megatron is once again defeated, and right when he's about to strike the final blow... he caught the sword. Megatron caught the sword. What the hell? He couldn't have caught the sword. Let me see the script. Let's see. Let's see. Megatron falls. Optimus steps on him. Strikes down and... yeah, he gets punked. Gets his head cut off. And then Starscream takes over command again. No improvising, Megatron. No. bad. Yep, Megatron has got a significant power boost, as he's not only much stronger and faster than Optimus now, but he's also a lot harsher and glowing purple. And to add even more dramatic tension to this epic climax, the volcano that was shown to be erupting earlier is now spewing dark energon out from under it. And as Optimus lays there trying to figure out what's going on, Megatron begins to pursue his final blow. And that is how it ends. That last scene is how this episode ends. From beginning to end, this has been a treat. It's just been one wild ride of action and adventure, the likes of which we haven't seen in the movies, or at least cared about to see in the movies. One episode has us reeling. One episode definitely had me reeling. Of course, I will say, if you're going to watch this episode, watch the previous season first. There's a lot of continuity in here, and you wouldn't be able to understand it unless you watch it. I've just been skipping around just a bit. Hell, I didn't even do the first season of My Little Pony. So, what makes you think I'd do the first season of this? Regardless. This has been the first of a 4-part special showing a better version of what the next Transformers movie is going to be about. So, without further ado, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman. I brought you Organized Chaos, and I withhold my opinions about this episode until I finish the other 3. Toodles!